darker. So I don't know how long I'll be here for. And there's nobody here right now, so I can do whatever I want. Which is play a song. This is called Love Notes from the Underground. I get a little tired hearing how you talk like you're in a book. Absently you admired everything you mock when you never look. I see the water rising, but hope never built a bridge. Dream of what you're despising and beg for the privilege. I carried your cruelty and felt every line, but you're the piano key playing in time. Wasted and haunted and fading away, alone like you wanted for all of your days. Stay for a little while, hiding in the dark, would you follow me? Hope had a bitter smile waiting on the part that will never be. I knew a sad romantic, he longed for what isn't real. True but a bit pedantic, one song he could never feel. Told me your cruelty, I held to your line. You are the piano key playing in time. Wasted and haunted and fading away, alone like you wanted for all of your days. And I wanted a kiss, you were turning away. We're standing like this, when I begged you to stay. And you spoke like a poet, invoke your despair. Too broken to show it, too foolish to care. I'm condemned by your eyes in the dark. How long have we waited right here? On a whim, how your lies hit their mark. I always hated your fear. Tell me you didn't care, say another word that you never mean. You see it isn't fair that you never heard of a better dream. My heart said I needed answers, my head said you're all alone. This soul is a quiet dancer and she's better on her own. I carried your cruelty and felt every line, but you're the piano key playing in time. Wasted and haunted and fading away, alone like you wanted for all of your days. I get a little tired hearing how you talk like you're in a book. Absently you admired everything you mock when you never look. And now I'm gonna play a song about a mermaid called, I don't know, Desert Mermaid or something. I haven't posted it yet. Top pickup. Tired tread, worn to the ground, left for dead in a strange new town, bleeding red like the nose on a clown. In my head where we all fall down. If you look for a hook you won't find it. I should know I've been dying on land. I don't care for the air but don't mind it. Let me go, I don't think that I can. You're a nail I found in the road. Tell the tale, play what you owed. It was clear when a sign that you showed. Left me here where my heart got towed. Cut the line, learn to forget. You were mine when I fell in your net. I'll be fine, but you don't know that yet. Call it kind when you take what I get. If you look for a hook, you won't find it. I should know I've been dying on land. I don't care for the air, but don't mind it. Let me go, I don't think that I can. Tell me again what you think I forgot. Wait for the end when the dark turned to light. The siren could sing when she started to feel. The shell of a thing was vivid and real. Here before the dawn of the day, on a shore where I begged you to stay. At the core you were cold like the clay. There was more but the tide turned away. It isn't pretty to have no shame. You told me cities can feel the same. What passed for witty would turn to blame. Oh, what a pity I learned your name. If you look for a hook, you won't find it. I should know I've been dying on land. I don't care for the air, but don't mind it. We go, I don't think that I can. If you look for a hook, you might find it. I should know I've been dying on land. I don't care for the air, but don't mind it. Now I know I don't think that I can. Thank you for the comment about the riff. I actually had a lot of fun writing this riff. I've been trying to do things that are more riffs instead of just strummed open chords. The song is called Desert Mermaid. That's probably what I'm going to call it. Because I like that desert is in the place and desert is in deserted are the same. So it's kind of like a story. Like somebody falls in love with the mermaid and then ditches them in a desert. Okay, I knew that was off. And then a lot of like mermaid imagery, car wreck imagery. And then I just really like the chorus. It's a hook. Like if you look for a hook, you won't find it, but that's actually the hook of the song. It's like a little jokey joke in the writing. It's fun for me. I like songwriting because so many times there's just like little secrets in the songs. Like I was watching this great YouTube essay about they call it the devil's interval, but dun 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 it's the thing from The Simpsons. Lovers Drown. Da 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 under that is Lovers Drown is the one that I just posted. I haven't played it in a while, but I think I tried to play it the other day. This is my stack of chord sheets. All of the songs that I've written. These aren't all of them. Some of them are duplicates, but some of them are... I have written just an obnoxious amount of songs. I think Lovers Drown do have the chord sheet for that. What is that? Alone in Ice. I just played that one. I will be waiting with flowers in my hand. I haven't played that one forever, but Lovers Drown is part of this 3-song kind of little mini concept album I had. And that is posted for free on my Bandcamp. But yeah, that was a little project. Okay, so these are just upside down for no reason. I'm trying to find the chord sheet for Lovers Drown. Here, what are the chords? Lovers Drown. Here on a stormy night. We've been lost. Nope, that's the other song, Blood or Sun. Here in the water with a lover's drown. Love you ought to know that I would let you down. Here by the water with a lover's drown. Love you gotta leave me in the cold dark ground and I would let you down. And I would watch you break and I would... Gone in the morning with the soul to have the sins we've been carrying. Nope, that's the other one. Here in the water with a lover's drown. Love you ought to know that I would let you down. Here by the water with a lover's drown. Love you gotta leave me in the cold dark ground and I would let you down. I would watch you break. Gone in the morning with a soul to take you. It's been a long dark night. I'm in a stranger's car. And if you're lost like me, remember who you are. I have 11,000 songs. My problem is I kept routinely, I would write a song and then I would play it a few times to have a recording and then I would just set it aside. So over the last couple years, here's a song I really like, but I never play anymore because I forgot how. It's based on 1984. But in the end, you're just a mark, and I'm the whore that you left standing in the dark. But I am here, and I am free, and I won't let you make a lie out of me. Yeah, I have just like a freakish and borderline obnoxious amount of original songs. Don't tell me. Which is part of it. I always like the idea of... I wanted to be good at songwriting. I think that would be the funnest thing to be good at, because I think it's very unlikely that I would actually make money at music things, so I'm going to do the thing that I actually enjoy doing, which is writing songs. And I like the idea of trying to be good at that, because, I don't know, if I am good enough that I can write a song that I wanted to write, and it turns out the way I wanted to, couldn't impress you then, you would never see. Rise up and take your bow, you have forgotten me. I actually can read upside down weirdly well. It is only marginally useful. I have so many songs. that I do not play anymore. Okay. Looking deep in the song stack, trying to see if I can find Lover's Drown. I just haven't. Oh, hey, it's a to-do list. Bye, to-do list. Okay. Doesn't matter, let it all drift by. Don't speak and you don't have to try. Ooh, here's an old song that was like my favorite for so long. I learned how to play it on pianos. You will not give me answers and you can't afford your time. Waiting in this parking lot to pay the piper's fine. You cannot sell what isn't yours. I tried to buy what's free. If all these towns are all the same, you won't remember me. I didn't come here to waste your time. Didn't come here to change your mind. Didn't come here to make you stay. Never thought things would work that way. And it's lonely on the outside, and it's lonely in the wind. All I ever asked of you, staying to share my sin. Lonely on the outside, baby. No one seems to care, and it's lonely on the outside, but I left you standing there. And I asked for more, there wasn't time. I knew you poor and I held you blind. You answered sure, but held that line. I am poor, but you are blind. Parking. Okay. I genuinely do not appear to have a printed copy of that anymore. It must be somewhere else. That is... I have a freakish amount of songs. So apparently this stack of songs is not even all of the songs. Just some of them. I'm fighting a stack of paper and losing. Anyway, I should put them in a binder or something. In alphabetical order, but I don't know that that would necessarily help because I keep changing the names. So, I just played Lisa's Waltz, aka Love Notes from the Underground. I have Blood Runs Cold, which I have not played in forever. Forever. Partially because no one but me likes it, but. Oh yeah, Guitar Song. I believe Guitar Song is the unofficial working title. I actually found that one in the stack. I had it, and I set it aside so I could play it. I actually should know how to play it, but... And I do know how to play it. Did I just put this in the wrong stack? Why are my chords in the wrong order? I haven't played Human yet. If I can't find it, I'm just going to play it from memory and possibly mess it up. I really should know that one by now. Ugh, I want to play Blue Hair again, but I completely forgot the riff. Plus, when I played it, it brought out like a weird energy of... I don't know, some random guys kept commenting, we're so glad that you don't dye your hair blue, and I'm like, I have dyed my hair blue. It was a lot of fun. Sometimes you just want to dye your hair a fun color. Like, I'm not punching a puppy. Think about it all the time. Hey, oh yeah, here it is. I found it. Yes. I got obsessive and I found it. I found the song. Oh no, and then I found a to-do list. This one makes me sad. Sometimes to-do lists bring back memories that you'd rather forget. I actually found it. Okay. I will play... I set it aside. I found it. It's somewhere in the stack, and if I can't find it, I'll just play it from memory. But, blue light. Find me in the blue light, baby. Burn me like a star. Did I just lose my... Oh, I need to be organized. Sometimes I'm so type B, as they say. I miss my old car. I used to have this 1995 Ford Taurus with a cassette deck, and it was so great. I could play cassettes. I could also... Oh, I regretted doing this. If I had not totaled the car in, like, a very, very car accident, I was going to, like, record songs I played and then put them in my cassette player to test it, but I never got around to it. Okay. Alright, I found a song. I found the song. Okay, here is Lover's Drown, which I have not played in forever. Capo 1, one of my favorite capos, the grungiest of capos. Oh, I don't even know if I remember. Think about it all the time, the way your hand felt wrapped in mine. I know that I'll be coming back to you. I think there might be a riff in that. There's two songs that I don't play much anymore because there's like a weird riff that I forgot how to play. On that cold October night, F into an E minor, D into a C add 9, G add 9. And then the chorus is A minor, but it's F with an open E string, C, G. Yeah, I got this. The main thing is this is like my favorite. There's regular like miniature F chord, miniature F chord, F with an open E string on the bottom is just like a delicious chord. Okay, gonna play the. I can't believe I found this chord sheet. That makes me. The bar for happiness today is apparently very low. Think about it all the time, the way your hand felt wrapped in mine. I know that I'll be coming back to you. And on that cold October night, I feel you in the pale moonlight, where any kind of story could be true. Hey, hey, love, I guess you should have let me go. Hey, hey, love, we had a dream. Hey, hey, love, I guess you never really know. Hey, hey, love, say what you mean. I could hold the winter rain, and I would sing the same refrain that I have held one full year and a day. And every night I lie awake, I walk the waters of that lake. I know you won't like seeing me this way. You're the one that sheltered me through all the wind and storm. And even though the earth is cold, my heart was always warm. Hey, hey, love, I guess you should have let me go. Hey, hey, love, we had a dream. Hey, hey, love, I guess you never really know. Hey, love, say what you mean. You have found me in the deep. Love, you may disturb my sleep, even if I greet you with a grin. Everything, your hair was like a raven's wing. Would that you would cover me again. But I'm not the one that you once knew beneath the hawthorn tree. I've nothing left to offer you, so little left of me. Hey, hey, love, I guess you should have let me go. Hey, hey, love, we had a dream. Hey, love, you know that's never been enough. Hey, love, say what you mean. Here in the water where the lovers drown. Love, you ought to know that I would let you down. Here by the water where the lovers drown. Love, you gotta leave me in the cold dark ground, and I would let you down, and I would watch you break. Be gone in the morning with the soul to take. You gotta let me go because I lie awake. I know in the morning there's a soul to take. Everything I ever was is faded now to scattered dust, and I would never drag you by the hand. And I could offer bitter bliss, the cruelty of my clay cold kiss. Would that I could make you understand. Oh, can you see the garden green where you and I once walked? And everything that's left of me is withered to a stalk. But you have been my apple tree, and I have been your sun. So maybe you'll remember me when all the world is done. Hey, love, I guess you should have let me go. Hey, hey, love, we lived a dream. Hey, hey, love, I guess you never really know. Hey, hey, love, say what you mean. That is the old version of that song. I don't even think I have a recording of that. That explains why the title is wrong. But yeah, these have a lot of the old alternate verses. Like, I used to have one line I kind of liked. The rats are in the attic, the rats are in the attic, and your dreams are in the wind. But I heard you in the static, and I called to you again. The rats are in the rats are in the attic, rats are in the attic, dear. The rats are in the attic here. Your dreams are in the wind, and I heard you in the static, dear, and called to you again. And then I used to have this little, and know that I'll be coming back to you, but there was like a, I know that I'll know. I know, that's the old version. But I deleted the part about the rats in the attic, because it didn't work with the rest of the metaphors. I just sang it because it sounded cool, but it did not go with the narrative. So, I guess that is the super, super old version. That's why I like to post recordings of them, so I don't lose track of it. I just like record a recording and then post it on SoundCloud, and then even if you lose the chord sheet and forget everything else, conceivably, this is just a blank piece of paper, to the floor. Then even if you completely forget the chord sheet, you have a recording. Ugh, I used to love this song. It's more fun on piano, actually. The will not give me answers and I can't afford your time. Waiting in this parking lot to pay the piper's fine. Oh wait, there's no cable in that. I don't even know if I can play this one. You will not give me answers and I can't afford your time. So I'm waiting in this parking lot to pay the piper's fine. You cannot give what isn't yours. I tried to buy what's free. All these towns are all the same. You won't remember me. But it's lonely on the outside, lonely in the wind. All I ever ask of you is stay and share my sin. That song has like the same 4 chords, but I play them in different variations to make it interesting. But I'm not going to do that now because I should really at least figure that out. There's Alice. That one's fun. La da da. Yeah, you don't want to. It feels awful to lose a song. Okay, I'm just going to give that one song a try. Because, you know what? Mountain Mayhem made a request. And I'll see if I remember it. Why do I forget things? I know how to play this. I know how to play it. Find me in the blue light, baby. Burn me like a star. Tell me what happened last night lately. Tell me where we are. Find me in the blue light, baby. Kill me in a dream. Tell me when it's alright, maybe. I hated this scene. I will always be afraid. I will always be alone. Prison where we live. Begin to feel like home. What a part to play. I don't like this show. Find me if I stay. Miss me when I go. We've been here for ages, aching shadows on the wall. Rats dancing in cages, baby. Who cares if we fall? I'm already trying too hard. Can't fight anymore. No reason for lying this part. No way to be sure. I will always be afraid. I will always be alone. And the prison where we lay began to feel like home. What a part to play. I don't like this show. Find me if I stay. Miss me when I go. But we've been here for a while. I don't know what happens when we leave. Something will devour what is left and will defile. Here below there's nothing to believe. we've been here for ages, aching shadows on the wall. Rats dancing in cages badly, who cares if we fall? I'm already trying too hard, played this verse before. I'm already lying this part, I'll play it some more. I will always be afraid, I will always be alone. And the prison where we live, we get to feel like home. What a part to play, I don't like this show. Find me if I stay, miss me when I go, 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 go. I accidentally played the second verse twice. Then I improvised when I played it the second time. So if I played it 30 minutes earlier and I played 25 minutes now, I wanted it to add to an hour. And it is still slightly light, so I'm like, what can I play? I could play. Ooh, in the shadows I've been thinking of you. In the morning it's light. In the darkness anything could be true. And I don't want to fight. All we ever knew, we were alone in that room. Alone in that room and unafraid. And now I think of you and see a picture of that room. Alone in that room, I wish to God that we had stayed. I wish to God we had stayed. I know this stuff has been repaid, but it's in keep the car running and keep the car. I haven't played that one in forever. And they were your rules, they were never mine. Could fight the holy world and leave the rest behind. Okay, now I want to know what it would look like if I had an actual giant stack of all of my chords, because if these aren't all the songs, I can only imagine how ridiculously giant this paper pile would be if it had all the chords. What if I played this song full of bar chords? A rose grew with no name, I knew you by your shameless statement. On the mark you feed the dark has gone to seed what else. A rose grew with no name, I knew you by your shameless stranger fighting for the sun. You never felt the same, I held your weight and weight. Da, 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 da. Tell me what my heart should say. Okay, I'm gonna play this song that I have not played in forever, and I'm going to replace the, it was originally da 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 da. I'm replacing that with a riff, so it's less boring and less redundant with the strumming, and then, so this is the first time I've played it like this, and I haven't played this song in about more than a year, so many things that could go wrong, but I'm gonna do it. A rose grew with no name, I knew you by your shame, a strange man fighting for his soul. Bottom pickup. Okay, bottom pickup. And yes, this has the same chord pattern as a lot of songs, but I love the key of F, and I will not apologize for that. A rose grew with no name, I knew you by your shame, a sane man fighting for his soul. You never felt the same, I held your weight and blame, the noose was tightened for the roll. I saw the worst of night, a curse by candlelight, what could I offer to console? Some creature taking flight, you were a stranger, sights, man or monster in control. Tell me what my heart should say before the story's told. We both had our part to play before the blood ran cold. You laughed through everything, I knew your suffering, but I could never meet your eyes. A wasted diamond ring, the hate that hope could bring, the cruelty clever in their lies. And on that mark you feed the dark has gone to seed. What have we done in compromise? Just tell me what you need, a cut that doesn't bleed. Have you become what you despise? Every every night you tried to pray, never were consoled by the light you led astray, for the blood ran cold. Oh, my heart, he fades away. What is here to hold? I have loved you more today, for the blood ran cold. You command this heart to sing when others meant me harm. I abandon everything to keep you in my arms. What is past will lie below. What I take is mine. Hold me fast, don't let me go, and break the tide of time. Blood is far too precious here, and you are not so strong. What we are is free to fear, the glory days are gone. So we are haunted now, I want to know, somehow you'll never try to make me leave. Though time will not allow me still to spell whatever cruelty they conceive. I won't do what you ask, it's true, our time has passed, you can't say what you don't believe. The dead may travel fast, so stay until the last, when death may offer some reprieve. I would live the rest of time with the one I hold. Let me give this heart of mine to feel the blood run cold. Every star that burns today is already old. Where you are is where I'll stay, and let the blood run cold. That song has one of the most complicated rhyme schemes of anything I wrote, because it's just rose grew with no name, I knew you by your shame. So we have a rhyme with grew and knew, and then you have name and shame, and then a sane man fighting for his soul, and then never felt the same, held your weight in blame. But fate, never felt the same, I held you. So never and held you are kind of a rhyme, same and blame. And then noose was tightened for the roll, so there's like two internal rhymes, and a rhyme at the end. And then it just continues that in the next verse. And so that made it complicated, and then it's also complicated because based on Dracula, so I have a bunch of quotes from Dracula the book. But the movie Dracula, this is my theory, and I need to meet the screenwriter, but I think the movie Dracula, the romantic subplot, is actually based on an old German poem called Lenore. And I think that because the novel Dracula is quoting Lenore, the Toten, whatever, the dead travel fast is a quote from that poem. And the poem Lenore inspired a whole bunch of Gothic literature. And the story of the poem Lenore is this person, their lover dies, and they just can't let go. So they summon, like, the dead lover rides to them in the night, and they go with their dead lover, and they are both, buried and lost. And it's like a cautionary tale against the dangers of overmourning, because they just can't let go of the dead, and they can't let go of love. And so that's where it ends. Like, the girl is lost because she followed her lover to the grave. And then in the movie Dracula, and then the book Dracula references that poem a lot, but there's not the romantic plot between Dracula and Mina. Why am I even, whatever, this is my rant. Okay, and then the movie, we have a person who cannot accept the loss of their lover, except they claw their way back from the grave. So you do have the theme of a person who cannot let go of their dead lover, who defies death and God to return, except they change the ending. In the movie Dracula, the dead lover chooses not to drag their loved one with them to the grave, so there's a redemption arc. So I believe that the movie Dracula combined the plot of the book Dracula with the plot of the poem Lenore. I feel like at least 80% certain that that's a factor, because there are too many coincidences. So that is part of why I wrote this song, because complicated rhyme scheme, fun riff, quotes from the book, and then the underlying themes of The Unquiet Grave. But I have quotes from the book Dracula with themes from the movie and the poem Lenore. So that's kind of with that plot. Put way, way too much obsessive thought into that. And then just, I just really, really overthought. I'm mad that I don't know whether or not Francis Ford Coppola was thinking about the poem Lenore, but it lines up. It's just like I could draw one of those, like Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I could draw a Pepe Sylvia style corkboard of reasons why the movie Dracula is actually very true to the underlying themes of the poem that the book is based on. So that's also kind of my theory about why the movies keep working. People will watch it because I think under it all, the romantic subplot in that book, while not true to the book source material, it is true to the poem that inspired the book, and that's why it just weirdly works, even though it shouldn't, and that's why people keep watching it. Because the random romantic subplot that they added is not actually random. However, it kind of doesn't work story-wise because the theme of the Dracula book, Mina is very empowered. There's like a beautiful love story between her and Jonathan. It's more of like an adventure-style movie, kind of like, what is that movie? The Mummy? It's more like a Mummy style, like good guys, bad guys, heroic, brave Jonathan. And so in order to have there be a romantic subplot, the character Mina is completely different than the dumb girl in the poem Lenore who followed her lover to the grave. It's like, okay, someone you love died. They show up knocking on your door. They're like, "Hey babe, do you want to go on a ride to somewhere with me, your lover who you know is dead?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure. I'll get on a horse with you. This could never go wrong." And then she goes on a horse with that dude and they show up in the grave. She's like, "Oh, it's an open grave." This is suspicious. So yeah, the chick in the poem is a real dumb, like horror movie kind of villain, and Mina in the book is brave and smart. So the problem with combining those, while it's literarily beautiful, you make your really interesting, intelligent main character into a full-on dum-dum. So they kind of clash. So it's still entertaining because they're true to the source material, but you kind of butchered the characters, but it's still fun. That was my rant. I'm gonna stop ranting. Da 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 da. Why did I go on that rant? I'm going to play one more song just to counteract my rant about Dracula. I might not make this public. This will just be my, like, private rant to remind myself when I eventually write that essay. It just annoys me that It's a question. Here's a song. We could be human. Be human if we found. Where have you been? With all the hate I keep inside, I have no answer. You have no fear. You ate my cancer. I am not here. I am not here. Everything is haunted by the shadow in my head. Everything I say I don't believe. You tell me what you wanted when I waited in your bed and had your dad try to leave. We could be human. We could be human if we tried. Who will you hate me? You have seen everything I hide. You could be angry. You bite my tongue. This heart will hang me. Before we're done, can we be done? Now and then I recognize that I don't give a damn. Pain will find a way to make me learn. So how can I apologize for everything I am if you only stay to watch me burn? I know you waited, I didn't ask you to, although we're dating. Don't know what else to do, great at pretending. Back me against the wall, late for the ending. Stay for the curtain call. We could be human. I am inhuman. I could be be sorry that I lied, but where have you been? When I was waiting in the tide, I held you tightly. You held me fast, I burned too brightly. We never last, we never last. Everything is better when you're running out of time. Even pain is pleasure at the end. You keep it like a letter that you know I'll never find. Tell me that you treasure every sin. We could be human. We could be human if we tried, but where have you been? You should have seen it when I left. Okay, one more song that I wanted to practice that I kind of forgot about. Not the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but who cares? Why won't you follow me? I know the book you read. This is kind of out of tune. Knew it. Is always the B string. Probably because I need new strings. I say this all the time, but I don't change my strings. The G string is slightly sharp, and I regret saying that because it opens the door for puns. I wonder if I could have this light off. Hiss. No, can't see anything. Okay, probably last song. Yeah, definitely. Cool. I always use the same two pickups. I keep trying the other ones. Someday I will look up what that means. Why won't you follow me? I know the book you read. We've spoken poetry, but eloquence is dead. I don't know what I see or why I've been misled. This precious agony, it echoes in my head. Calls me home. The light is calling to me. There is an echo over the sea. I found a note I was too scared to read. Why should I care what you never believe? Why won't you follow me? It would have been worthwhile. After a cup of tea made bitter with a smile, an evening beckoning and bare across the sky, we had a name I can't remember. We would have been like a patient on the table. Mesmerized and etherized, alive for someone else. So take me home. The light is calling to me. There is an echo over the sea. I found a note I was too scared to read. Why should I care what you never believe? But I believe, oh I believe. There will be a time for us to murder, create all the visions and the dreams that will be till the morning. Do I dare? When every dream is hidden in my head. I could leave you with a warning. Would you care to know Lazarus has risen from the dead? audaciously in half-deserted streets. But I have graciously accepted my defeat, and tonight another vision tarries here beside your flame. My creature of ambition will be buried with my shame. I don't know what I see or why I've been misled. I hate your poetry, it echoes in my head. Calls me home. The light calling to me. There is an echo over the sea. It drew a siren ensnared by sound. I knew your voice when it dared me to dream. Doop-de-dee-doop. Okay, that song was based on a poem. I think I played about all of the songs that I could. Well, I mean, obviously not all the songs, because it's just a giant chord sheet pile. That is my problem for creating that. Because past me and future me would remember things that future me cannot and will not remember. I'm on that cold October night, feel you in the pale moonlight. Wait, is this the new... Ugh, I knew I had a correct chord sheet for this. Hey, love, I guess, not the one that sheltered me. Here in the water where the love is drowned. Love you, I don't know. You know what? I tried to play this earlier, but it turns out I did not actually have the correct chord sheet. And then it disappeared in the pile, so I can't ignore that. I think I might end it on this song. Because I have the correct chord sheet. It's been here the whole time. Okay, so this is the new version. The one I played was the old version with, like, wrong lyrics that don't fit thematically with the story. Ugh. Why do I even have the old one? Okay, that pinky riff. I think I'll keep the pinky. D. Ooh, that's tasty. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can work that into the song. Here goes. I think about it all the time, the way your hand felt wrapped in mine. I know that I'll be coming back to you. On that cold October night, I feel you in the pale moonlight, where any kind of story could be true. But you're the one that sheltered me through all the wind and the storm. And even though the earth is cold, my heart was always warm. Hey, hey, love, I guess you should have let me go. Hey, hey, love, we had a dream. Hey, hey, love, you know that's never been enough. Hey, hey, love, we lost a dream. You have found me in the deep. Love, you may disturb my sleep, even if I wanted you to stay. And I could hold the winter rain, and I would sing the same refrain that I have held one full year and a day. I'm not the one that you once knew beneath the hawthorn tree. I've nothing left to offer you, so little left of me. Hey, hey, love, I guess you should have let me go. Hey, hey, love, we had a dream. Hey, hey, love, you know that's never been enough. Hey, love, say what you mean. Water with a lover's drown. Love, you ought to know that I would let you down. Here by the water with a lover's drown. Love, you gotta leave me in the cold dark ground, and I would let you down, and I would watch you break. Be gone in the morning with a soul to take. You gotta let me go because I lie awake. I know in the morning there's a soul to take. Everything I ever was is faded now to scattered dust, and I would never drag you by the hand, and I could offer bitter bliss, the cruelty of my clay cold kiss. Would that I could make you understand. white and green, where you and I once walked. And everything that's left of me is withered to a stalk. But you have been my apple tree, and I have been your sun. So maybe you'll remember me when all the world is done. Hey, hey, love, you guess you should have let me go. Hey, hey, love, we had a dream. Hey, hey, love, you know that's never been enough. Hey, hey, love, we lost a dream. Apparently, this is also not the final version. Some of the chords are slightly different. Like, I don't remember what I was doing with that D minor riff. I love the D minor riff, but I don't think it works in this song. I must have taken it out. And then for the other part, the here in the water where the love is drowned. Love, you ought to know that I would let you down. I think that's small bar chords. By the water where the love is drowned. Love, you gotta leave me in the cool dark ground. It shouldn't end on an A. It says it ends on an A, but that is wrong. Here in the water where the love is drowned. Love, you ought to know that I would let you down. Here by the water where the love is drowned. Love, you gotta leave me in the cold dark ground. And I would let you down, and I would watch you break. Gone in the morning with the soul to take. Or I played it at I would let you down and I would watch you break. I'll be gone in the morning with the soul to take. You gotta let me go because I lie awake. I know in the morning there's a soul to take. So I did do something different. I need to look at the video of me playing that. Because yeah, I'll write a song and then I'll play it and then I'll change something while I'm playing it and be like, you're gonna remember this. But then I don't. Anyway, so that is closer to the correct chord sheet. This is, I need to stop ranting about Dracula. I'm just so annoyed that that is my literary theory. And I cannot inflict that on anyone because I don't know anyone else in my personal life who has both seen the movie, liked the movie, read the book, and read that poem. You'd have to do all three of those things for my insane theory to make sense. And also, I feel like somebody else has to have thought that already, but I can't find anyone. I want someone else to make an essay about it. Anyway, that was my rant about Dracula. This is not a Fender Squier. This is a Fender Stratocaster, made in Mexico. I believe it is an '09, because at one point I looked up the serial number. Also, it's mine. No one can steal it because I took the neck off and I wrote stuff on the body. So if anyone stole it, I could prove that it's mine. Also, it's a lefty. Like, what kind of person would steal a left-handed? I do have a Fender Squier, and I like it. Sometimes I like it better because it's slightly easier to play. The reason why I haven't been playing it lately is because um, the pickup is broken, and that's probably my fault for being irresponsible. I broke the pickup on my guitar, and it's my fault. I did that to myself. But I love the Squier. Also, it helps because I bought it in person, and it has, like, some people don't believe in tone wood, but I believe in tone wood. Like, the neck of it, if you look at the neck, it has a really excellent, very straight wood grain. So I picked that out in the store. There was a couple of them, and I'm like, this one, I want this one. It's so perfect. Anyway, how can you break the pickup? Like, the little thingy came, there's like an electric wire, something got disconnected, probably because I was being stupid and not being careful plugging and unplugging it or dropping it or stuff. So don't be like that. Yeah, oh, I keep thinking about the Fender lawsuit. I like want to talk to someone about it because it's so stupid. Like that's been happening forever. If you don't defend, I shouldn't talk about legal things, but hypothetically, people, like, why would they all of get really upset about someone for a long time, you know? And if somebody's buying a cheap knockoff Fender just for the shape, like, they're going to they weren't going to buy a Fender. Like, they're buying the cheap knockoff Fender, and like they could eventually I understand it's like if they don't defend the copyright, they could lose copyright on the shape. I see that, but they've not been considering doing that. So starting now, they're just creating a bit of ill will. And I mean, sometimes it's just like you gotta guitar company that apparently is very defensive about their suddenly smack down on like the knockoff Fenders. Like it just seems like it's going to lose them more money than it gains because the ill will and the whatever. And like somebody wants to get a Fender, they're gonna get a Fender, they're gonna get a Squire. Just keep selling those, and I think that will kind of like make their brand valuable. Nobody's like, you know what, I would love if my Fender was. It's just like make good guitars, market them, and people will buy them. Like I love a Fender Squire. They're well made, solid. I really like Fenders more than Gibson just because the shape. Um, like what he did with the company. He seemed to make really smart choices. They're just like, okay, let's get more guitars to, markets that are growing. Let's make this brand fun. But it's one of those things, basically, the more people are playing guitar, the more guitars will be sold. If somebody buys a cheapy, weird knockoff guitar, as long as Fender is still a fun, exciting thing that is played by cool, interesting musicians, somebody's going to play their cheapy guitar and then like buy a Fender when they want to. Like once they learn to play guitar, they're going to learn to play. They're going to buy a guitar. If someone buys any guitar, learns to play guitar, they are more likely to buy a Fender. you know like any company that makes people learn to play guitars is going to increase the market for Fender. And then Fender already has all that merch and stuff. Okay, they wouldn't have lost revenue over copies. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what a Squire is, a solid starter guitar. People buy them. It's a good price point. It's a solid product. It's cool looking. It's fun. People will just buy them instead of being threatened by the knockoffs. Fender should have just kept selling the Squires, but I think they should make more effort. Have some like free guitar videos. Have more bands because I know Fender does have deals where they like put guitars in the hands of bands, and they do a lot of partnerships. I can't speak to the details of that. I don't want to get into. I know at least one band that was sponsored by Fender, and they supported them. It looked very cool, but just Fender. Yeah, I don't get it. Lost revenue over copies. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they were losing revenue over car. They should have just been like, let's get more people buying and playing guitars. Once somebody starts playing guitar, they're gonna buy a second guitar, or like they might upgrade to a higher quality Fender. Like I buy them because I like the shape and stuff. Like partnership with St. Vincent, maybe they did. I know that they worked with her. And that's what I don't think they get. Fender, more people playing guitars, more people buying Fenders. They should have just tried harder to get Fenders into the hands of like people that make people want to play guitar. Squire. I mean, I stay with Fender just because they make a lot of left-handed guitars. I actually saw this PowerPoint presentation once where they were talking about how the left-handed were a meaningful demographic for them because they realized a lot of other companies don't make lefty guitars. And this is like super offensive to a bunch of people. Ooh, I'm so edgy. But I've had people get straight up mad that I play lefty guitar. They're just like, why don't you switch? And I'm like, because I don't want to. And they're like, but you have to. And I'm like, I literally don't. And then they're just like, but what if you want to borrow someone else's guitar? And I'm like, life is hard, man. And then they're like, I don't know, it's just not fun. I love finger picking with my left hand and fretting with the right. It's just more fun. Why would I play the unfun way when I could play the fun way? Um, yeah, a Fender, it's inspiration. And like they had merch lines, they had partnerships, and there's a lot of cool people playing guitars. Like, I like Olivia Rodrigo. I just like her. People like Olivia Rodrigo, and then a bunch of other bands. And there's so many cool little rock bands happening on the internet. Just put Fenders in their hands, get some video footage, make it look cool and fun for people to be playing guitars with friends. It's a win-win. If more people are playing guitars together, the world's a better place. And if they're Fenders, people will buy Fenders. in the economy. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what it is. Elsa music. It feels desperate, and that's not very cool. And I really did, from what I looked up, they seem to be doing pretty well for a while, but I don't know. Because sometimes with companies, like, there's privately owned companies. Like Orange Amps is actually a family owned company, so they can do what they want. It was like, I don't know, owned by a bunch of shareholders and stuff. But that's what it's like. If Fender has a bunch of shareholders they're beholden to, even if they're making profit, the shareholders could be like, more money, do more money, and then just blood from a stone until they've killed their brand. That's what they don't get. They're not selling a normal product. With guitar, you're selling a feeling. Guitars are a feeling object. People love their guitars. They love their guitars. They have memories with their guitars. You feel super mean and ugly. I don't know. I don't think it was a good move. I don't think the bad press was worth it. But I don't actually know how that will add up in the numbers. But I still love Fender. I just love it. I love my Fenders. I love how they sound. I love how they're made. I love the shape. It's so perfect. And even the neck, it's so comfortable. It's just like a thin C-shaped neck. But I genuinely slightly enjoy playing my Squire more. It's just easier to play. But unplugged, this guitar, I really like the tone. What if I turn? Okay. It has kind of a natural. I like the way this guitar sounds unplugged. I like the way this guitar sounds unplugged. I like the fact that I can practice this guitar even without my amp on. My acoustic is louder, but that's not always what I want. If I want to write a rock song late at night, I can play power chords. I can play power chords and not blow everything up. So yeah. But Fender Strat Body, I do think that my guitar actually has modified humbuckers, because when my friend who used to be a guitar tech opened up the guitar, they were just like, the guts of this guitar, one of the humbucker sound things has been replaced at some point, so whoever used to own this modified it. I'm looking like Frankenstein with the weird lighting. Okay, well, I mean, that's the problem. Basically, any company that is owned by shareholders is inherently monstrous because they're legally beholden to the shareholders. So even if they're making a perfectly nice amount of profit, if they're like, well, you could do this, it would be more profitable, they straight up have to do it. They can't just be like, we have enough money, we're just going to keep making a good product. Because, like, the shareholders are like, give us more, and they don't have control. That's why I find companies like Orange Amps very intriguing, because they straight up have the latitude to do what they want. Or weirdly enough, the Mars Corporation. Like, the Mars Corporation is okay. This is what I heard from a supervisor at an old gig. So blah blah. Mars also owns medical companies, but the Mars family can do what they want because it's privately owned. At one point, they're like, "What if we just started labeling our candy bars with nutrition info?" No other company would do it because there's no upside to people reading the candy bar and knowing like the sugar and stuff on it. But Mars company started doing it, and then everyone else was pressured to by the market. I don't know. So it's just like, if you have shareholders, you're inherently going to keep doing greedy things, and then they're just thinking about the next quarter. Like, they don't care what happens long term if they kill the entire vibe because they made their money. But yeah, I just feel like the problem is any company that's beholden to the shareholders is inherently monstrous because they have to do what's profitable even if it's not long term, because they're doing it just for the money. And I mean, it can be for the money, but if it's like P. Terry's Burgers in Austin, amazing, but it's privately owned. They do whatever they want because they're privately owned. Their burgers are cheap. They better working conditions for McDonald's because they're privately owned. Why did I turn the volume off? I did that a while ago. And then Banana Ball. Have you seen the Banana Ball League with that guy? Like, somebody tried to buy it out and he's like, no. And they're like, we could buy it and we could raise the ticket prices. And he's like, I don't want to. And they're like, why not? And he's like, I'm making enough money. And they're just like, what is this enough word? But yeah, I don't want Fender. I'm so bad, but like, I don't like Gibsons. I don't like them. They're very uncomfortable to play. I'm just like a hater. They have a beautiful tone. Sweet, beautiful tone. Every time I play them, they're just really uncomfortable for me to play. So I hate them. Unfortunately, several people I really like and respect, who probably no longer acknowledge my existence, but unfortunately I still like and respect them, play Gibsons beautifully. Overdrive. My amp is also Fender. I got a cheap used Fender frontman amp, and the overdrive that I'm using is the button. I press the overdrive button, and now it's on overdrive. Yeah, I don't like this lawsuit because, Virtuous Circle, I don't think anyone benefits from that company sinking, but I'm like, they should have been trying harder. Like, there's like a trend happening. The youth are still playing the guitars. And I don't know. I just want a world where more people are playing guitar because it's just social. I know that there's, I know you can like just put your headphones on and do something with a MIDI keyboard, and that is fun. But if you learn to go sit put your amp on and they can put their amp on and you can play together, it's really beautiful about it. You very rarely take a keyboard and play with people, but if you play guitar, you have that option to do the social thing. And also, I think there's something very physically therapeutic about guitar because you have that kind of left brain, right brain. You're using both of your hands, the pattern. I think psychologically there's probably some sort of merit to it. I add nine chords alone. I just love add nine chords. They're just I don't know. I just think the world is better with more people playing guitars. I want Fender to do well, and I really like Andy Mooney. I think is still their CEO. If I'm saying his name wrong, oops, sorry. He doesn't know my name. But I feel he was actually I saw him speak at this conference once, and I just liked it. He had good ideas. I liked a lot of what they did because you have to make a good product. You have to sell a good guitar at a good price point, but you also have to remember you're selling a feeling, and everybody wins if you sell that well. Although, sometimes there's manufacturing decisions. Like, I don't know, can I say this? Like, sometimes I have met a few people from music companies at some things because I go to things. For other reasons, I'm not industry, but I have met industry people. There's so many people in the industry who really care, like, genuinely care about music, but then there's some people you meet them and I'm like, there's something missing in your soul. Like, there's an emptiness in your eyes. Gretsch. Oh, okay. I have not. No, exactly. Oh, that's exactly what it is. You nailed it. Evil Dead 6. Fender had this like wholesome energy, and for me, marketing wise, it felt like Gibson was just stuck in the Beatles era, and I don't think the Beatles are wholesome. They don't feel wholesome or fun. They just feel like just oh, I'm not gonna step into controversy, but I'm just like I met this one band who was like the most ugh. They were a Bruce Springsteen song. Like they were all from a small town, and okay, none of them are gonna. No, there's no. I can say what I want to, but yeah, like this Bruce Springsteen came on, the song came on, Born to Run, and they all started singing along, and they meant every word because these dudes were from a small town, and like they just believed, and then that song meant a lot to them, and they all played Fenders, and it's like watching them play, you just want to be one of them. You see those four dudes in a band, you watch them interact with each other. They were earnest. And they were like genuinely decent people and they passionately loved music and they played Fenders. And I was like, that I want to play a Fender. But, you know, have stories, like show people some stories about music and all that. That sells Fenders. A weirdo lawsuit just kills the beautiful energy that your company should have been trying to create. I don't know. But yeah, there's also things like manufacturing conditions and factory conditions, and I don't know enough about that to comment. So I just like killing the vibes, vibe killing lawsuits. But yeah, I love Gretches. Gretches, I see them. Taylors, Gretches, and Taylors. I don't know that I've ever played a Gretsch. I mean, sometimes I'll take a right-handed guitar and play it upside down. But oh, I played this Taylor, Lefty Taylor, gorgeous. It was like $2,000 or something, but it was a Guitar Center, so nobody cares what happens. And they're like, sure, you can play the guitar. I'm paid hourly. I don't care. So, oh, that was so much fun. So easy to play too. Customs distortion. Gibson Les Paul. Yeah, I think I might have tried to play one once. I think I did play one once. And the body's very heavy. It was hard for me to like get my hands around. Custom distortion effects. Yeah, I want to get into like effect stuff, but I have a wah pedal that's about the limit. Um, Iron Maiden. Yeah, that's the thing. I have a lot of respect for the metal genre, but I don't have the skill to play anything metal. Okay, I feel like I should go, but I want to play a song before I go because I don't like to end it on me just rambling about a company. Because, like, I have no qualifications. Like, why am I even saying things? I'm just like, I don't know. I have feelings. Picture of Gretsch. Ooh, yes. Oh, I saw this guitar with a seagull on it. It was so gorgeous, but it had a fracture in the neck, so I didn't buy it. Okay, I'm gonna end it on. I'm just gonna end it on what is currently my favorite song. I played it earlier, but I didn't play it right, so I'm gonna play this. Final song. What's your friend? Shy. Let me write it down. Dun 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 dun. Here's a piece of paper. SHAIBARUCH. Okay, now I'm gonna play a song just so I didn't end it rambling about a company that like doesn't even know me, man. Like I like Fender. I want them to be smart and sell guitars and whatever. And here's a song about a mermaid lost in the desert. Tie a tread, worn to the ground, left for dead in a top pickup. Top pickup for this, and the song is probably going to be called Desert Mermaid, and I'll post it whenever I find a recording. Tie a tread, worn to the ground, left for dead in a strange new town. Bloody red like the nose on a clown. In my head where we all fall down. If you look for a hook you won't find it. I should know, I've been dying on land. I don't care for the air but don't mind it. Let me go, I don't think that I can. You're a nail I found in the road. Tell the tale, pay what you owed. It was clear when a sign that you showed. Left me here where my heart got towed. Cut the line, learn to forget. You were mine when I fell in your net. I'll be fine, but you don't know that yet. I dropped my guitar pick. Yesterday I broke a guitar pick, and it was like my favorite pick too. I'm just like energy off. Okay, I'm going to play the last one of these guitar picks that I got at the library. No, I'm not. I'm going to play this guitar pick that I got on October 10th, many years ago. Tired tread, worn to the ground, left for dead in a strange new town. Bloody red like the nose on a clown. In my head when we all fall down. If you look for a hook you won't find it. I should know, I've been dying on land. I don't care for the air but don't mind it. Let me go, I don't think that I can. You're a nail I found in the road. Tell the tale, play what you owe. It was clear when a sign that you showed. Left me here where my heart got towed. Cut the line, learn to forget. You were mine when I fell in your net. I'll be fine, but you don't know that yet. Call it kind when you take what I get. If you look for a hook, you won't find it. I should know, I've been dying on land. I don't care for the air, but don't mind it. Let me go, I don't think that I can. Tell me again what you think I forgot. Wait for the end when the dark turned to rot. The siren could sing when she started to feel the shell of a thing that was vivid and real. Yeah, before the dawn of the day, on a shore where I begged you to stay. At the core you were cold like the clay. There was more, but the tide turned away. It isn't pretty to have no shame. You told me cities can feel the same. Would pass for witty, would turn to blame. Oh, what a pity I learned your name. If you look for a hook, you won't find it. I should know I've been dying on land. I don't care for the air, but don't mind it. Let me go, I don't think that I can. If you look for a hook, you might find it. I should know I've been trying on land. I don't care for the air, but don't mind it. Now I know and I think that I can. That song is extremely fun to play because of the riff. But yeah, when I played it earlier, I mean, the verses were not wrong, but they were different than I want them to be. So, I think Fender should have their own acronym. It starts with F, so the acronym should be fun. Fender. What words start with U? Fender. Yeah, word no speak. I ran out of words. I sang too many of them. Okay, Jazz 3. Ooh, I want one. I want one. I want it, the precious. But yeah, obviously, Cobain. I love this one. But yeah, I use Justin Guitar is a really great online resource if anybody wants to learn guitar. And I need to think of a word with you so that Fender's new slogan the acronym should be fun. Fender, umbrella never. Fender, uniform. uh, Fender, Fender, uniform, Nemo. That's slogan. Your new slogan is Fender, uniform, Nemo. Fender under no one. Fender under no one. Anyway, that's a song. I have other songs on the internet. All right, bye. Bye bye.